Sup guys, it's your boy Justin for our 4th of July Independence Day special. And like every Independence Day special, we review a Captain America comic. Maybe one year we'll mix it up and do some other patriotic superhero comic book reviews. But like I feel like like it's easier just to do a Captain America review, especially since I only read Captain America comics once a year. That's for Independence Day. So today we're reviewing Captain America Winter Soldier Ultimate Collection by Ed Brubaker, with art by Steve Epting. Who was the other people? You got Mike Perkins. You got John Paul Leon and Tom Palmer. You got Mike Perkins, Steve Epting, and Michael Lark. So this collects comics from 2005 through 2006. This collection came out in 2010. It collects issues 1 through 9 of Captain America and issues 11 through 14. Rating Teen Plus, and this goes for $25 US. So obviously this is the Captain America arc where they finally brought back Bucky Barnes back from the dead. Where it's funny, like when the movie came out, like apparently Ed Brubaker had a Ed Brubaker had a cameo, and he said he made more money from his cameo role in that movie than he did from the royalties. Yeah, because he created the Winter Soldier character, which is like, well, is it creating a character when it's basically like, oh yeah, you just gave a pre-existing superhero like a new costume. But yeah, this I got a lot. I'm not gonna lie. When it came to Red Menace, I liked Red Menace, but obviously I didn't enjoy Red Menace enough to keep reading Ed Brubaker Captain America. This was so good, I might actually go back and read the entire run, dude. It was very cool, very Metal Gear Solid, which the book starts off with this this rogue XKGB general meeting with Red Skull, where they're talking about the Cosmic Cube, and like it turns out Red Skull has the Cosmic Cube, and he's planning like some terrorist attacks over the world, only for somebody to basically assassinate him and take the Cosmic Cube. So this was cool. And guess who it was? It was the Winter Soldier. It was Bucky. So somebody called it in, and Captain America's working with Sharon Carter and Nick Fury. And at first, Nick Fury and Sharon Carter think it was Steve that did it, only for it, for them to find out about General Lukens, which we got like Crossbones here, because like Crossbones was supposed to do a bunch of terrorist attacks with some ex-AIM guys for Red Skull, because they needed to do some some satanic rituals, basically human sacrifices to fuel up the Cosmic Cube. Which we get the backstory of this ex-Soviet general that worked with Captain America and the invaders back in World War II. And apparently this general guy did not like how Captain America basically cucked him. So he basically, that's where we find out about how Bucky came back to be alive. Also, we get the backstory of this guy called Jack Monroe, who was a fake Bucky in the 50s and 60s, who went by Nomad, which was Captain America. Captain America went through an edgy phase in like the 80s or 90s, where he adopted a new superhero called Nomad, which was just a guy in glasses. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. We also get this scene was very weird because we have like Crossbones rescuing like Red Skull's daughter from a Reno like re-education facility, and all the dialogue from this page, you see it again, and like in like page where Captain America is having like a flashback or something. So it's like, what the fuck? Because he's having some of these weird like visions in his head from somebody messing with him. So it was like, was that a printing error, or was that like he was having visions from like, you know, of like Red Skull's daughter? I have no idea. I haven't read this comic book, so somebody let me know. I'm trying to find a page, but yeah, that was weird. Yeah, we get a lot of flashbacks with Bucky. We find out somebody dropped off all the classified info on Winter Soldier and how he came to be. And like Steve's like hidden apartment. Because like at first Steve's like, no, it can't be Bucky. Winter Soldier can't be Bucky. Only for it to become Bucky. So at the end of the comic book, we get cameos from Falcon and Iron Man. Only for Iron Man not to go to the final assault on Kronos Corporation, because Kronos Operation Corporation, which was retarded to me, was using the Cosmic Cube to basically brainwash corporations into sign over and like sign over their businesses or whatever, shares of their businesses, or merging with Kronos Corporation. I don't know. And we get the final confrontation between Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Falcon, and Sharon Carter's there. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna spoil what happens, but yeah, it's one of those like glass half full endings. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Very Metal Gear Solid, but there was some stuff where like, okay, they're making fun of like how dumb. There is some of that anti-comic book, you know, humor where like Captain America's making fun of like anagram, like what's it called, acronyms, because he's like he's about to beat the shit out of this AIM soldier, and he's like, send in the MODOK squad. MODOK squad, you got 2 seconds to tell me what the hell that is. Military operatives assigned only for combat. You guys never quit, dude. He's talking about the acronyms, and like you see these guys, and these guys actually look kind of intimidating, actually. So that was cool. But yeah, there is some of that anti-comic book humor, which there was a scene where they have to basically have an operation off the books because they don't have enough like evidence against General Lucan, who has this fake corporation, right? He's supposed to be a rogue, like Soviet general. How the fuck did he create like international organization, right? Corporation. That made no sense to me. So they go after this guy, and they decide, okay, this is a rogue operation that Shield isn't funding. So we're just gonna go in there wearing our superhero costume, wearing our Shield gear, only for when they crash, like the Kronos organization's meeting. It turns out there's like a bunch of U.S. politicians there, and they basically get a slap on the wrist for doing what they did. Only like they killed a bunch of people, so it's like to get there. So what the fuck? That made no sense to me. I mean, they should have been wearing uniforms anyways. Like Captain America, can you like lose the shield and lose the costume for this rogue operation, dude? Like what the fuck? Overall, I enjoyed the graphic novel, but it does have some of that. Oh, we're trying to be like edgy, like superhero stuff. Our characters are killing people, blah blah blah. We're making fun of like the acronyms and all that goofy shit from the 80s and 90s and whatever. And it made me question like Captain America's origin story, because they're talking about all the fake Captain Americas from the 50s and like Which they don't mention the guy from my favorite Captain America graphic novel I ever reviewed, Captain America, America First, which only got like 5 views, by the way, when I posted that review, because obviously it was censored for some reason. I wonder why that video was shadow banned. Maybe because of these two words put together. Oh my god, but yeah, I enjoyed this graphic novel. It's a solid 8 out of 10, but yeah, I would check it out. Obviously, it's a famous, iconic run. If you're a fan of, like, Comic Book Palace, then you know, like, what's his name? Which I haven't watched Comic Palace in a while. What was the guy's name? Ed? Not Ed. Oh, my fuck. Oh, the guy for Comic... Is it... Oh, I had his name on the tip of my tongue. Shit. I forget the guy's name, but he's a huge fan of Ed Brubaker, so he probably likes this Captain America run. So yeah, I would say, yeah, check it out. Way better than some of the other Captain America stuff I've read, and I would give it a shot. Though it was kind of like, why are all the terrorists like white guys? that was like, huh? Especially since I was watching you know, it's technically not a war movie, but I basically consider every Independence Day I review, like, I watch a war movie, and we're running out of war movies, so I watched this military action movie called The Outpost, and holy fuck, this was a really good movie. And the terrorists were, like, basically, you know, they were fighting the Taliban in this movie. So, well, man, this was an awesome movie. Like, holy fuck. It's basically, if you loved Black Hawk Down, which is one of my favorite war films of all time, this has a lot of Black Hawk Down vibes. Basically, like, and just like in that movie, like, because Orlando Bloom is in both movies. Orlando Bloom, in that movie, like, basically is in the beginning and then disappears. Same thing happens here. Where it's basically, the movie's about this outpost in Afghanistan that's basically in the middle of a valley covered in, like, surrounded by mountains and hills, and it's basically like a fucking retarded like location for outpost, because it's basically, you know, whoever has the high ground wins, right? So if it's like an indefensible position, so the entire movie is almost like it's not a slow burn, but it's almost like, okay, it was kind of like 13 Hours in Benghazi, where they know, okay, if this place ever gets attacked, we're fucked. Here it's like the entire movie's like, man, if the Taliban ever come in force, we're fucked, dude. Because we're surrounded by hills and they would just destroy us, dude. So the entire movie is like, when the attack is going to happen, only for the attack to happen, and they get fucked up, dude. And even before that, things are bad, because you got like they keep losing their commanders, and each new commander they get is like worse than the one before. To the point where that fucking, what was his name? Oh, Broward? Fuck you, Broward. Broward, you killed the fucking dog. Oh my god. Obviously, the old guy cut himself, dude. Oh, the fuck, dude. The awesome movie. Stars Clint Eastwood's son, Scott Eastwood. Does a good job. Mel Gibson's son's also in the movie, but he's only in the movie briefly. But fuck, it's one of those movies where it's not one of those super gory war films, like 13 Hours in Benghazi, or like, what was another gory World War II film? Black Hawk Down had some gory shit, but like, yeah, it's not gory, but you feel every death, because like, you got to know most of the characters for like the first half of the movie. So there's a point where, like, off screen, someone sees like, one guy died, and he's like, they got Kirk? Fuck this hell, man. Like, they just lost their shit. Oh my god, like, shit like that, dude, where you really feel the deaths, dude. Oh my god. But yeah, dude, I really enjoy this movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. By the way, I got this at, like, I've been meaning to get this movie for a while, because people talk about how awesome this movie is, but like, yeah, I got it for like at Walmart for only $5, dude. Oh my god, The Outpost is an awesome movie, 8 out of 10. And dude, despite the fact it's a 2019 film, they're more edgy than like fucking comedy films today. You could hear both the F word and the N word in the movie. They didn't give no fucks, dude. Oh my god. Though the one guy, when he heard somebody says the N word, like, I'm gonna beat this white boy's ass. Even though the guy was trying to make a point, man, we're such good friends. He can call me white trash, and I could call him the boop, and it'd be okay. He's like, what did you say, motherfucker? Oh my god, awesome movie. Yeah, checked it out. I think it's on BitChute. But support the official release. Alright guys, that's it for this Independence Day special. Peace out. Bye. By the way, for people who don't know, I'm quitting YouTube. But once in a while, I'll put out book reviews because I want to be an author and I have to keep reviewing books anyway. So this month's book review is going to be William Gibson's Neuromancer. I'm only going to be reviewing nonfiction and cyberpunk for a while until I finish my book, which is a cyberpunk book, by the way. So yeah, that's it for this review, guys. Peace out.